Merry and right Christmas, everyone! Never mind the elf hat that probably doesn't fit in a frame. There will be good content today. In today's video, I'm going to put a bow on 2021 and give you a number of reasons to look forward to 2022. So you know how you gather around with your family and friends during the holidays, whether that's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and they're always asking you why you still haven't bought a house or a condo, or maybe settled down and had kids, started a family, proposed to your girlfriend. I can't help you with this video with the last 2 points, but my goal for this video is to give you all the tools and information you need with regards to where our real estate market is ending 2021 and what it's going to look like going into 2022. So we just had our best year on record, and I feel like this is me saying it again, and that is certainly the case because we did have a record year in 2020. Now 2021 just blew the doors off of 2020. We are projected to have a total of $130 billion worth of real estate transactions reported on the MLS system in the GTA and surrounding regions. Once again, that's $130 billion, up from $90 billion, which was reported in 2020. And are you surprised? Because I'm not. Real estate is a real passion for a lot of Canadians. And with inflation running at the levels that it's at right now, which is the highest in a very long time, real estate has for a very long time proven to be a great way to shelter yourselves from the effects of inflation. Canadians are smart, and we realize this. This is probably why I received 70 to 80% of the calls in 2021 from real estate investors. And that's how we end up where we are today. Record sales and record prices for all home types. Detached, semi, townhome, and condo. Now pay attention to this part. I'm going to give you the average selling prices today of every home type. Condo, townhome, semi, and detached. Let's start with a detached, which is a home type that we all aspire to own one day. A detached home average selling price in the city of Toronto is $1.8 million. An average selling price in the GTA is $1.55 million. Semi-detached in the city of Toronto will cost you $1.43 million on average. And in the GTA, that's $1.2 million on average. Townhome, $1.28 million is the average selling price in the city of Toronto. And in the GTA, that's $1.1 million. And now condos. Average price of a condo in the city of Toronto is $750,000. Average selling price of a condo in the GTA is $715,000. Hopefully me giving you the average selling prices of all these different home types will give you an idea of how much you are going to be spending when you're looking to buy and how much down payment ideally you're going to be looking for. Now, next I want to look at the current state of the market and inventory levels, which are actually a very good indicator of how hot the market is. Let's use Toronto as a reference point. I'm going to put a chart on your screen right now that you're going to follow along with me. First, I want to focus on the bold black line at the bottom. If you look at the last week of, or essentially the last week of December, which is where we're in right now, you can see that we're sitting at 809 listings for freehold homes, active listings for freehold properties in the city of Toronto. This is a record low. Just above that, you're going to see the bold green line, 1838. That is the number of active condominium listings that are currently on the MLS in Toronto, which is also relatively low. This tells me and helps me identify the first trend that I want you guys to pay attention to, which is tremendous interest in freehold and ground related real estate. And I'm seeing this across the board because there's such a shortage of listings right now on the system, on the MLS system. Properties are getting tremendous amount of offers. Just look at some of these text messages and tweets that I'm seeing from my colleagues in the industry. Properties are getting 20, 30, 40 offers. Sometimes an offer of 300,000 over asking will not land you your desired property. What's my suggestion for some of you guys that are looking to get into a home right now? You have the deposit ready, you have the pre-approval, but you keep running into these bidding wars. What do? My recommendation would be to put a little pause on your plans. I would personally wait until the inventory levels rebound, which is going to happen sometime in the first week of February. That's when we usually see an inventory spike. And hopefully, and this is not a guarantee, this is just my recommendation, because of the fact that there's going to be more options for people, some of these bidding wars are going to get a little less intense. The other option that I would suggest for people to consider is to get into the highly undervalued condominium market. Why am I calling the condominium market highly undervalued? Well, because right now the average price of a condominium is just 42% of the average price of a detached home. And I know that percent probably means nothing to you, but I'm going to put another chart up on your screen right now. And historically, that percentage over the past 20 years or so has sat at about 57%. So based on my assumptions and based on my understanding of the situation, I truly do feel this way. Condos right now are just about 15% undervalued, 15 to 20% undervalued. Now, we didn't suddenly just start hating other people. Humans thrive on interactions, on public spaces, on restaurants, on fine dining, on entertainment, on things that make cities great. Right now, unfortunately, we're dealing with this third wave of Omicron, and it might seem like, you know, living in Toronto is not where you want to be, but trust me, once we get through this, and we will, cities will bounce back big time, and so will condo prices. If you think condos are expensive right now, just wait. 2022 is going to be super hot for condos. I am of the opinion that 2022 will be the end of COVID. I'm not the only one who seems to feel this way. But my reasoning behind it is that we are all fully vaccinated at this point. Canada is seeing vaccination rates of up to 90%. Vaccines and boosters are readily available. We have done everything we can over the past 2 years in this fight against COVID. However, with this Omicron variant and its incredibly high transmissibility, I do feel that based on what's happening in England, we are going to have incredibly high case numbers. Everyone's going to get the milder version of COVID, and this will be the end of COVID in hopefully second half of 2022. So what do I think is going to happen in 2022 in terms of Toronto and GTA real estate? There is nothing that I see on the horizon in the first half of 2022 that's going to stop the prices from plowing further up. We're most definitely going to see more price increases and increased and accelerated price growth in the GTA on all home types, condos especially. Because detached homes are frankly getting to the point where they are entirely unaffordable. The only thing that I see that might affect the market is an interest rate hike. Now, obviously, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we are dealing with record inflation, and the Bank of Canada does have to deal with that and address it somehow. They've already mentioned that they will be increasing the interest rates. However, they've also mentioned that they don't expect to touch interest rates until the second half of 2022. I'm going to put an interest rate announcement date schedule on your screen right now, which is a list of important dates when the Bank of Canada actually comes out with their interest rate announcements. Even if we do have a few interest rate hikes in the second half of 2022, to be completely honest with you, I don't think the market will actually feel these increases until very, very late in the year, possibly 2023. Now, interest rates is definitely something to be conscious of and cognizant of. However, there's still this big problem that we're dealing with. Right now, Canada has a backlog of 1.8 million immigration applications, and this is obviously because of the effects of COVID. Logistically, it has made processing immigration applications incredibly challenging. Now, interest rates aside, what's going to happen when we let in another 1.8 million immigrants into Canada? Honestly, that might easily offset any effects of increased interest rates. One warning that I do have for some of you that are shopping for real estate currently is to be very cautious when buying homes outside of major city centers and employment hubs. I do believe that with the rapid price appreciation that some of those properties have experienced, they are vulnerable to a price correction once COVID does fade away. Overall, 2022 is poised to be another record-breaking year, and I'm very excited about it, and so should you. Hopefully, you've had a happy and healthy 2021, and I look forward to ringing in 2022 together. Hopefully, you can make all your real estate dreams come true in the new year. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.